everything she does, she literally says, I want to do this, I'm going to go do it. And for that reason, I live that life. Whatever I've decided to do in my life, I've done. So for me, it's very important to bring someone else so you can see that I'm not the only crazy person out there. There's other people that actually are living their dreams too. So please let me just welcome Janine. She goes by J9 Lives. You can follow her on Instagram, but her name is Janine. Janine, how are you? How's everything?
So much better. Thank you so much for having me. Hello, everyone.
So, for me, I know you as just charismatic personality. You're always just so positive every time I've seen you. You're always so respectful of me every time you see me. You're always like, David. And for me, it's like, I just felt like you were someone that I wanted to have in this show because I want to talk about living your dreams. You go by J9 Lives and you're really literally living 9 lives. I mean, you really are. And first of all, I want to congratulate you. You just got married recently. And I want to make sure that I congratulate you because you have an amazing husband as well that's in the front lines every time we have something go wrong in this world with hurricanes. He's one of those people there. But he supports you. How hard is that? You don't have to find somebody that supports everything you do. And you do crazy things. So first, let's start with that. Let's start with our relationship. Like, what were you thinking about this?
No, I remember the day I met you actually because it came up on my Facebook feed yesterday because that was the first ever Europa fitness convention that I worked at. So I was working there and I just happened to see you because I think that was maybe my second semester of nursing school. And I remember you came up to my coworker just to say hi, and I go, "Oh my gosh, you're David! I know you! I know you! You're a survivor! I'm in nursing school!" So like, it's almost like immediately. And then you're like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Well, I was gonna go buy a protein bar." "Okay, let's walk together." So that was kind of how you and I met, and then yeah, that was 2015. So
Yeah, it's been a while, and I especially the Europa show in Orlando. It's a show that I get to meet a lot of people that don't know me. Um, they know me as a cancer survivor. They're fitness people, but they really don't know me that I had a fitness career in terms as a host, and I've been a trainer my whole life. I train fitness competitors and pros and celebrities. So they didn't know that. So when people say, "Oh, you're David," I don't know where they're coming from. But the fact that you were coming from a source of, I'm going to nursing school, you're a cancer survivor, it touched me because, for me, it's like, okay, I loved all my nurses. Like, I truly did. I'm so grateful to every single nurse that put up with me. So, I mean, forget taking care of me, put up with me. So for me, that's one thing that always touches my heart. So that's where I was like, yes, let's hang out together. I want to know why you became a nurse, all this stuff. But then you're also a fitness competitor. Tell me about that.
wow, that's kind of like a goal I've been having maybe 6 years going. All through maybe third grade on, I was overweight. I have three older brothers, two of which are professional MMA fighters, coaches. They all wrestled, and I was kind of like the in between, like chunky sibling.
Okay.
I came into my like fitness journey late. When I was 21, I was just unhappy. I'm like, I do not like how I look. It's keeping me from doing things I enjoy. So I went to UCF in Florida that has this state-of-the-art giant gym. So I just started going, learning things, looking up online, which there's so many free resources. And then in 3 months, I dropped a good amount of weight, but then I got stuck. And then just from my energy, as you say, in nursing school, in 2015, someone was saying, "Hey, this supplement company wants you to be a rep for them." So then from meeting people at Europa, they're like, "Oh, do you compete? Are you thinking about competing?" I'm like,
That's how it happens. That's exactly how it happens.
"Yeah." I was like, "Really?" Like, I never thought about it. I've usually been, very like reserved. But last October was the first time I ever competed. I'm like, you know what? Let me do it. I'm in a good place. I've met so many people that are willing to help. So, and I already had a basis of knowledge. And after that first show, I'm like, I need to do this again. Oh my gosh.
And I was a
Yeah.
big pain in the butt because since that day I met her, I said, you have to come do one of my shows. I mean, I've been very blessed to host for QCV Promotions, I've hosted over 30 shows, and the promoter himself, I'm actually going to have on this show, Andres Miller, and we're going to share our story as well, how we met and why he wanted me to host this show and become part of QCV Promotions. And I used to just bug her. I'm like, you got to do my show, because I could not wait to talk about her on stage. Because as a host, you've seen me host, is I tell their bio, I talk about their story, and I wanted to tell people, oh, she's a nurse, she dresses up like superheroes and stuff like that. So that brings me to the next point. So not only is she a winner and she champion, and she's competed already in NPC and these shows, you love like Comic-Con and all this stuff. Like, you are the superheroes. Like, you dressed up. I love the Wonder Woman outfit the most, but you have, how many characters have you dressed up like?
Well, my entire guest room, closet, and room is all my stuff, so over 15. Over
15 out, but like real. Like, you look just like I see these pictures. Listen, when you go to her Instagram, there's these pictures of the real Wonder Woman, the real, what's the lady in green? She-Hulk, and the other one. What's the other one with the red hair?
There's so many.
I know, there's so many red hair. But so you see her, she'll take the picture of the poster of like the real actress or the real superhero. Then you see her get dressed up. And it's like, really, honestly, like, you have to do a double take. She literally has taken this to another level. Like, we talk about this in the fitness world, right? The makeup, the tanning, all that stuff. But you do this, the same thing. What got you into, was this a thing as a child?
I mean, I would always watch the cartoons of superheroes. So I had like, like the Barbie phase and then like the superhero phase, but it all kind of melted into one, because X-Men was really big when I was like 6 years old. So Rogue was my favorite, and Jubilee. But maybe when I was 23, when I was pursuing nursing school, I was just in a really unhappy stage in my life. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my career. I was just stuck. And I think there was a time where I didn't even go out of my house for a month. And my friend's like, we need to go out. It was Halloween. I'm like, no, we're having fun. So I borrowed a friend of mine's Wonder Woman costume, and all of a sudden I just had this insane amount of confidence, and I started to remember things that I enjoyed, things I loved. I'm like, this is fun. So then a friend of mine asked for me to be Moana for her friend's daughter's birthday. Adult costumes are really expensive.
They are.
So I'm looking at the costume. I'm online. I'm on Pinterest. I'm on YouTube. This is like 2 years ago, and I'm like, I wonder if I can make this. $50. I made an entire costume, and then I was hooked. I'm like, I can be anybody I want to be.
Correct.
So that's how the hobby started, and it's just, you get the same feeling like when you train or when you do shows, you have this confidence from cosplay, and it's amazing. It's so much fun.
It's interesting because we talk about, and I hope you're listening to this, because here's the thing: as a child, you have these dreams. Sometimes we don't have the confidence to live them, right? And it's a different persona. Right, you take a different persona. When I get on stage, it's a different David. When I get in and speaking in women's conferences, it's a different David. There's certain things that you literally have to, like, almost same thing when playing sports. You just go into a different mindset. People talk about being in a zone. It's the same thing. But here's the thing: the normal you is not that. But what's funny about it is that when you do those things, and you do get this second persona, this third persona, that you're able to be confident, that kind of goes into your real life, right? It just makes you believe that there's nothing you can't do. And now from fitness to this, you're a nurse. Why did you want to become a nurse?
I love people, which is another reason why this quarantine, I mean, I'm trying to tough it out as much as I can, but I strive for human connection and being able to talk to people. So that was the first thing I was going to do after this. I just competed March 14th. So I was like, I want to see everyone. I want to go out. I'm turning 30. So let's do things. And now they're saying, no, you can't. So with nursing, it's just, you have a common goal, and you have 12 hours to meet a complete stranger, and you're their advocate. So you go from not having any energy who this person is at 7 in the morning to 7 p.m. hugging them goodbye and like blowing kisses and praying that they have, you know, a good stay. You know, when I'm back, I hope you're home and well. It's just, it's amazing how much you can connect with someone so suddenly. And that's kind of how I wanted to get into nursing, just because I genuinely love people and I love connecting with people. So that was the first thing.
You know, for me, I think everybody has their gift, right? You have to have a gift to be a nurse. You have to have a gift of empathy, of care, a gift to want to get to know somebody in a very unique way. Not everybody can be a caregiver. I know that for a fact. Not everybody can be a caregiver. There's people that get affected, truly affected. I learned that through going through cancer. It's not an easy thing, and then of course watching other people go through cancer and things like that. You know, when you're at right now doing your job, how is that? It has to affect you. I mean, because people are not only sick right now, and they might not even have the coronavirus. They might have something else, but they're scared, right? It's like, so how do you deal with it right now?
I mean, when you have a great team, that helps. Everyone I work with is wonderful, from my manager to the techs, the transport, dietary. Everybody is amazing. Like we have such a good group. But then at the same time, the patients are okay, but the family members, there's no visitors allowed in the hospital whatsoever, unless there's certain circumstances. So instead of family being present, all of them are calling. They're like, I can't get a hold of this person. They're freaking out. And then I look at their phone, like, oh, well, they're just sleeping. It's okay. They're okay. So you get multiple calls because family members can't come into the hospital. And I think that's the most stressful thing we're dealing with. But everyone as a team, they're being great, and the patients are great. But it's that not knowing, I think, is what's scaring people the most.
Well, listen, I commend you for what you're doing. You've gone from being a fitness personality and a spokesperson for a supplement company to this amazing costume diva. I mean, you're really at that level where you take it. It's like really you're another personality altogether. You're another person. You're a superhero now. You're a real hero. We're looking at people like you to keep us calm. We're looking at people like you to help the ones that we can't help because we're not able to visit. We're not able to be there, hold their hand, and we're counting on you. So I want to commend you for that. I want to congratulate you for continuing your grad school and continue to live your dreams. And I know that your husband's so supportive of you, and that's a big deal because you literally are. You could be someone different all the time. He doesn't know who he's getting probably day by day. But he loves all of you. I've gotten a chance to meet him, and that's why I'm mentioning him because he is that. And again, I deal with women empowerment all the time. So if I really meet a guy that's really good, I do make sure I mention it. And he is a quality person, and a quality human being altogether. But one last thing I want to ask you is, what I try to share with everyone is, pick one word, Janine, right now that is a word that gets you through the day, maybe wakes you up in the morning, one word that keeps consistently being in your heart and your spirit that you can share with us and then describe it, how that word gives you strength or hope every day.
Oh, wow. Well, I was going to say connection, but since we already kind of went with that, I would just say gratitude.
Gratitude.
I mean, you hear it a lot, and there's a whole movement for it, but this is something that anytime I'm feeling down, which even with competition, you have that up and down emotions. But even so, you'll be complaining about something, you'll be negative. Have gratitude for what you have, and you start thinking about things that you have. You'll realize you're blessed. You meet people who can't even speak anymore. They had a stroke or they had an accident. They can't walk. You get to wake up in the morning, walk yourself, speak, and communicate. You don't think about that until you lose it. So gratitude, I think, is a big thing no matter what. We're complaining because everything is shut down, but we have a roof over our head, we have food. I'm an essential worker, my husband's an essential worker, so we still have jobs. There's people that don't.
Correct.
Month, and then they just announced that it's going to be extended a little bit longer, so now there's this whole stress going on with that. But try to be thankful for what you have and be grateful, because it could always be worse. It'll pass. This too shall pass.
Amen. Well, I want to thank Janine for coming on and taking time on her day off to really just do this for me. I wanted to share her story. She is not that person, by the way. She is not the person to do interviews. She is not that person to want to talk about herself. That's not her. So I'm really grateful that I'm really truly grateful for this. But gratitude is a word that I've spoken about before. Every day to me, I live it like it's my last. And that is because of gratitude. Because I remember what it was to not be able to get out of bed. I remember what it was not to be able to eat. I remember what it was that I couldn't go to the bathroom by myself. I couldn't take a shower. I could barely stand. So gratitude is something that is my daily devotion every day I get up, because I get up, I get to stand, I get to listen, I get to hear, I get to taste, I get to run, I get to work out, I get to speak, I get to live my dreams. And so for me, gratitude is very important. But for you at home that you're listening to this, you got to find your own gratitude. You got to find out what means something to you. It could be a loved one. It could be spending time with a loved one. It could just be being alive. If you've gone through something like I have, that's probably the one thing you think about every single day. At least you're able to live. There's people right now that are not. There's people right now that are not going to be waking up tomorrow. But for you that are, be grateful. Have that gratitude. I want to thank Janine for the word, because it reminds me every day that that's why I'm alive. I am truly grateful. I thank God every single day that He's given me a bonus life. So as I share this message, Janine's message of gratitude, I want to extend always my gratitude to you for listening, for supporting me, subscribing to this. And again, don't forget, find hope, have faith, and live every day with a purpose. God bless you guys, and thank you for joining us. And I hope that this message gave you hope.